Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I'm trying to make sure that my mic level is high enough so you guys can hear it because, like I said, last couple of weeks, just haven't been able to get that up there, really. So I'm trying my best to get that up there, get closer to the mic, turn up the monitor so you guys can hear me instead of turning it all up to 70. Because normally it's like 50. On your computer, you turn up to about 45, 50, and you should be able to hear clearly, and it shouldn't be low or too high. So with that said, I'm going to go into the video. I'm going to entitle this, Please Don't Do This. And what I mean is this. I posted a video like the one I'm about to do now, maybe 4 years ago, and I had someone, I'm going to read the comment, basically the same thing, and I'm trying to head people off that really don't have an idea. You're not ready for this yet. Trust me. And I'm going to say this before I read this. As a professional musician, even as an amateur, most of us know this, that are professional or not amateurs. There are two sessions that you don't F up. One of them, of course, is recording session. You show up prepared, okay? Because no one's going to pay you $100 or $75 an hour to be stumbling over they track, and you quickly get carted up out of there when they know you can't cut the mustard. The second one is, and most of us don't think about this, weddings. Do not F up at weddings. These are people's special memories that should hold them for the remaining of their life, and they want that memory to be a good memory. The ceremony went off without a hitch. Nobody was late. Nobody threw up. Nobody was nervous. And the band did their job. The band did their job. You can get away, and even though you can get away with this, but you want every session or every gig that you do is good, very well. It should pass the test. But as far as the nightclub thing, you can sometimes get away with a little imperfections for several reasons. First of all, the majority of people there are drunk. And then, second of all, most guys are not even focusing on the band. They're focusing on trying to get into the underwear of the woman that they just met across, in the bar. And I hate to put it that way, but that's the meeting place. It's not about, I came here for the music. No, I came here to score, or get to know someone and have a significant other in a serious relationship. So most men at the club focus is not on the music. Hey, that should have been an F sharp and still an F. I'm going to talk to that guy after he come off his gig and after I finish drinking. So you can kind of get away with that. But when it comes to recording sessions and weddings, you want to be perfect. Because again, you do not want to mess up somebody else's memory of their wedding because you showed up an amateur. And you're going to try to pull this off because I'm going to read this. But I'm going to say this before I read this because it ties in. About a year ago, and I appreciate all my YouTube subscribers and viewers and my Facebook subscribers and viewers. And I think like 2 years ago, this lady was generous enough, older lady, she was generous enough to send me $100 for the support of my channel. She said, you do a good job. And I just want to let you know that. She didn't ask for anything as far as, well, here's $100 and I want 7 songs done or whatever, for the $20 a piece. She didn't ask for nothing. She was just showing her appreciation for what I do. And in return, I asked her, I said, what is one of your favorite songs? And again, she's an older lady. She said, Dinah Washington, What a Difference a Day Made. Also, I said, okay. So I decided I was going to tackle that song for her to show I appreciate it. That was a tall order. Any jazz song is a tall order unless you were strictly taught to play jazz. Then it's not a big deal to you. It's like playing pop music. So it took me 4 hours to do that song from start to finish. From the time I picked up my guitar, from the time that it got rendered after I did it and then render it into video. It's not an easy song. And then another thing about that song, and a lot of songs that most people that are not professionally trained don't realize, you have to work in arrangements sometimes for certain songs because you can't play them exactly like the record. I did a Luther Vandross song. I think it was House Without a Home. And the guitar in that song like with most Luther songs, it's sparingly. It's not, sometimes it doesn't play straight through. So you don't be just sitting there holding your guitar. You want to create an arrangement that blends in well. And a lot of times what I do, and Larry, old school, the only one that caught this, he said, I know you play like a piano player playing guitar. I said, Larry, you know what? You're exactly right. I piggyback on the chords of the piano player a lot of times because, again, when you're doing arrangements, the guitar, unless you're doing some chic stuff or some guitar-driven style music like chic, it's like, okay, well, the guitar is up there in your face, but the majority of the stuff like Luther, the guitar is not the main driven instrument. The keyboard is, Anita Baker, the keyboard is, Earth, Wind & Fire is a little bit of both, so you got to know that, and you got to play accordingly. So with that song, I had to kind of create a partial arrangement of my own to fit in, because the lessons that I give you guys is like this. You want to be able to take your guitar, go to the beach or go somewhere and play this song, play the chords and be able to sing while you're playing the chords instead of, if it's a Luther Vandross song, the guitar part is not playing throughout the song. And as you just playing the licks by yourself somewhere, nobody even know what this song is. Like, what is that? Because most people don't really focus in on the guitar arrangements in the song unless it's driving the song. You hear it, but you don't hear it. Pull up any Freddie Jackson song, and you're going to hear piano, and you're going to hear some guitar licks, but those licks are not going through the entire song. But if you want to arrange it where you're playing that song by yourself, without a piano player, without a drummer, without a bass player, this is how you do it. And the majority of the stuff that I do is in that vein. I'm teaching you the chords, not just so much the licks, unless the licks are a big part of the song. Like play that funky music by Wild Cherry. Yeah, you can't get around playing that song without playing the guitar licks, because that's a guitar lick driven song. And again, some people have no idea what I'm talking about right now. You play it. This is how I play it, where if the arrangements that I created fits the song. So I had somebody ask me about the Dinah Washington song. Like I said, that was not a cakewalk, not at all, And it reads like this, because in that song I do give you the chords, So this individual, this is what he asked for verbatim. Can you please post tabs? Now, you know how I feel about tabs. Tabs is a poor man cheat sheet. And when you ask them for tabs, it lets me know that you have not taken formal lessons, because that's not what formal musician or formal lessons musician do. We don't do finger play. Put your we give you the chords, and you should be able to play the chords if you've taken formal lessons, So right out the gate, it's like, come on, man, tabs for a jazz song? Or could you please post tabs and perhaps a chord chart? Now, I've given you the chords. And my job is not to teach you how to play the chords in these songs. I'm just giving you the chords. Again, there are people that can't differentiate between the two. I'm teaching you how to play the guitar and the chords, or I'm just giving you chords. And in my videos that I do, I'm just giving you the chords. Now, sometimes if it's a very exotic fingering chord position or voicing, like Indy Aria stuff, because you're not going to find her playing bar chords. She's playing a lot of exotic chords. I will give you the finger diagram at the beginning of the video, because if you try to play it any other way along with the record, it's going to sound like crap. So that's why I do that. But for just songs that just bar chords that you can get away with, it's like, here it is, here the chords do. I'm not giving you no finger chart. How can I do that in the live video? I mean, how can I do that? So again, could you please post a tab and perhaps a chord chart? I'm new. Oh my goodness. I'm new. My computer just died on me. What did it? Okay, I'm sorry. It just blacked out. Could you please post tabs and perhaps a chord chart? I'm new to jazz chords and would really like to play and sing this at upcoming wedding. So it would be greatly appreciated if you could help. And my response was this, look at me as a grandfather or uncle that's trying to, protect you, enlighten you. And my response was this: please, in capital letters, don't mess this song up at a wedding. You do not go to a wedding and mess up. If you are new to jazz, first of all, and you think you're going to a wedding to perform this, it's going to be a memorable occasion for the people that got married, and it's not going to be a positive one. Remember when so-and-so came and fucked up that, sorry for my French, messed up that song at our wedding? Have enough compassion to say, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this off, so let me stick to something simple. Ain't nothing wrong with something simple that you can do, but don't try to test your wings at a wedding. Please don't try to do that, you know? Think of the people again that are getting married at that wedding. Now, it would probably be appropriate if it was like this. It's your dad that's getting married. Your mom either passed away or they divorced sometime, in the past, and he's remarrying and he wants you to perform. Everybody at the wedding that knows him, knows you, and they know that you're not a professional and you're just contributing to the moment, whether you're going to be good or perfect or not, that's acceptable. But when you're not in that position and you're just a friend, don't go to your friend's wedding and F it up by trying to play something you can't play. Because, again, this song is not a cakewalk. It took me 4 hours and I'm a pro. So I'm like, so if I struggle with this and you're new to this, how you think you're going to fan? Really, fair. It's like, come on, man. You know better than this. And I have to kind of go there because it kind of makes me mad when people try to do this, because it's like, are you so out of touch that you don't know what the situation is? This is a new style of music for you, and you're going to go to a wedding and try to pull this off? Come on, man. Really. Again, if someone were to ask me, and that's if, I think his name was Neil from Rush, if he was still alive, and somebody were to ask me, the guitar player, and I forgot his name, I think it's Robbie, I'm not quite sure. He's out for some reason, and they asked me to come sit in. No, thank you, because I know I can't pull that off. I don't play like that. Being a professional don't mean that you can play everything perfect. Now, let me repeat that. Being a professional does not mean that you can play every style of music perfectly. You can't. Now, there's some people that are good at doing a lot of different styles, and I fall in that category because I can play on a lot of different styles, but I also know what I can't pull off, okay? I can't pull off sitting in for that guy for Rush, okay? But it's kind of like this weight thing. I think I can do this. I don't think you can, so don't try to do it. If you're not 100% sure that you can pull off a wedding or recording session, don't go, okay? Hand that over to the pros. Hand it over to somebody that know they can pull this off. But if you're new to this and you need chord charts and tabs, please don't go to nobody's wedding and F it up. Please don't do that, Every now and then I have to post this video like this because the last time I did it, it was this guy who just started to learn guitar, and he thought in 3 months he was going to be playing a Kim song. I'm like, Kim is jazz, dude. Jazz chords, baby, And Kim stuff is not easy to play. It might sound simple, but it's not. But he thought he could pull it off. I'm like, come on, man. You can't even play yet, and you think you're going to go to a wedding in 90 days and play a Kim song on guitar. Have enough compassion and love for the guy that's getting married to not butcher up his wedding by butchering the song at his wedding. Normally when people perform at weddings, they are professionals. They are very, very good. I remember when I first started to learn how to play, and I would go to a lot of weddings back then. And I'm like, the organ guy, the piano guy that's playing can play, can read, can write. He's been formally trained. He's not up there dabbling with one hand on that nonsense. So, you can't step to a wedding not prepared. And this guy is definitely not prepared. So, like I said, my response to him was, please don't do that, man. Please do not go there and butcher up a jazz song at your friend's wedding. He'll probably never forgive you, People be at the wedding laughing, and the seats laughing. It's like, this dude messing up. He ain't even good. You don't want that. So I thought I would post this video for that reason. For those who don't know their limitations, hopefully somebody will tell you can't pull this off. Like I had to tell this guy, I'm like, man, come on, man. Don't go there with that song. Pick a safe song that you can do and you do well. If you need chord charts and you need tabs, and then, like I said, the video I posted, it's like the video has already been posted. So what else do you want me to do? You want me to redo it and give you some specialized. And it's interesting because jazz is not easy, and it ain't free, because I told you guys, you got people that ask me for stuff and won't even offer to pay for what they ask for. And I'm like, so you think I'm going to spend another 4 hours trying to do this for you for free? Because a man would up front, when he asks for something, he also includes this. I'll pay you for your time, whatever you think you need, to be compensated for this. Let's talk about it. Could you just do this for me? Could you give me 4 hours for free? No, can't do it. You couldn't do this anyway. So, please figure out your limitations. Even as a pro, I know my limitations. I can't play everything. There's some things I'm like, would you stay up? Why my PC keep going to sleep? But again, I'm going to sign off now. But try to figure out your limitations. Because like I said, as a pro, I know my limitations. I can't play everything. There's some things I'm not even going to touch getting near because I'm like, I can't do this. And it's not reason to be ashamed to say that. You rather respect people that's going to be honest and say, I don't think I can pull this off. So, yeah, I can do this, and then they mess it up. I thought I was going to do okay. You know what you can do and when you know what you can't do. But until next time, take care, and thanks for watching.